Welcome to another episode of Local Housing Data for January 2025 Single Family Homes. This is Ilya Kobe from the Kobe Real Estate team at William Ravis, and I'm bringing you another episode of Local Housing Data for January 2025. So let's go into this exciting report about the local housing data. And as well, we start from Medfield, Massachusetts. We're looking at inventory, medium sales price, unit sales, days on the market, and month of supply. During the month of January in Medfield, Massachusetts, unit sales went up by 16%. Medium sales price also went up by 0.9%. Inventory went up by 100%, so we had more houses coming on the market during January of 2025 compared to January of 2024. And this is a great news for the buyers who are always looking for more inventory. Days on the market went up by 119%. So we see that this winter has been a little cold. The weather sometimes affects the inventory and days on the market, and this is reflected on this month report. Month of supply went up by 85.1%. However, it's still a very low number at 1.2. Which means that this is still a sales market, is very strong sales market in Medfield. For us to see a balanced market, we have to see this number coming to 6. So the property has to stay 6 months on the market. Medium sales price per square foot went up by 6%. And the properties are selling very quickly. We see that properties that are sold within 90 days of listing, it's 100%. And the properties that are sold over 95% of the list price, it's only 71%. So as we can see, we see some room for negotiation at this time. And let's go to Dover, Massachusetts. Dover, it's another great town. It's well known for its large homes and also for the great school system. In Dover, during month of January, the unit sales went up by 66.7%. Medium sales price went down by 58.3%. So the medium sales price in Dover right now is close to 1.4 million. Inventory went up by 100%. So also in Dover, we see an increase of inventory. Days on the market went down by 5.4%. Month of supply went up by 87.7%. And medium sales price went down by 7.1%. Also in Dover, the properties are selling. 100% of the properties were sold within 90 days of the listing, and only 80% of those properties were sold for over 95% of the list price. Our next town is Westwood, Massachusetts, also well known for its great school system. Also very convenient to Highway 95 north, south. Also Westwood is known for shopping center like Islington Center, or also the Westwood Station with high-end stores, restaurants, and also we have a commuter rail in Westwood. Let's see, unit sales went up by 30%. Medium sales price went up by 15.4%. The inventory went up by 5.6%. So even in Westwood, we see a little more inventory at the beginning of this year, which might be, again, a great news for the buyers. Days on the market went up by 84.2%. So took a little longer for properties to sell. Month of supply is just under 2 months, so it's 1.8. So usually the properties will take a couple of months to be sold. And medium sales price per square foot went up by 4.7%. Also in Westwood, we see that all the properties were sold within 90 days of their listing, and only 62% of those properties were sold for over 95% of the list price. The next town will be Norwood, Massachusetts. Norwood, it's another great town next to Westwood, next to Walpole, very convenient to highways like Route 1, 95 north and south. Norwood, it's a little more affordable town than Westwood or let's say Dover and Medfield. For that reason, you might have more traffic there. People are, when they are not able to buy in these high-end towns, they would prefer to move to a town like Norwood. So unit sales in Norwood actually went down by 18.2%. The medium sales price of homes went up by 16.3%. Inventory went up by 100%. So also in Norwood, we are building up more inventory. Days on the market went down actually in Norwood by 20.8%, and month of supply just 1 month. So Norwood is more of a market that the properties are selling fairly quickly. So if you are a seller and you are thinking of selling your property in Norwood right now, this is a great news for you. You should be on the market now rather than waiting for later when we get more inventory coming up on the market. Medium sales price per square foot went up by 14.5%. And Norwood, as we can see, 100% of the properties were sold within 90 days of their listing, and 100% of these properties were sold for over 95% of the list price. So Norwood's remain a very strong market at this time. As we're moving towards Boston, Dedham is another town which is right outside of the greater Boston area. Also, it's a great town, very convenient, well known for its shopping centers like Legacy Place, Costco's, BJ's. Also, Dedham has also a great school system. In January of 2025, the unit sales in Dedham went down by 52.9%. Medium sales price of homes went up by 3%. The inventory went up by 81%. Days on the market were down by 33.3%. Month of supply went up by 89%, but still it's under 2 months of supply. And medium sales price went up by 11.8%. And similar to Norwood, even Dedham, the properties are selling fairly quickly, and they are selling very close to the asking price. West Roxbury, it's another great town. It's part of Boston. West Roxbury, it's well known for its suburban feeling. So you still live in the city, but it feels you are living in the countryside. Unit sales in West Roxbury remain unchanged at this time of the year. Medium sales price went up by 16%. Inventory went up by 41.7%. Days on the market in West Roxbury went up by 59%. Months of supply also went up by 29.7%. And medium sales price per square foot also went up by 6%. More interesting here is that only 78% of these properties were sold within 90 days of their listing. So it took a little longer than 90 days for some properties. And only 89% of these properties were sold for over 95% of the list price. So January provided some buyer opportunities for the buyers at this time in West Roxbury. And Boston overall, unit sales went up by 12.5%. Medium sales price went up by 63.3%. Inventory went up by 16.9%. Days on the market also went up by 2%. Month of supply went up by 10% overall. Medium sales price per square foot went up by 30.6%. And as we see, Boston overall is similar to the West Roxbury numbers in terms of properties sold within 90 days of their listing. Were only 82 properties and sold for over 95% of the list price. Only 82% of those properties were sold for over 95% of the list price. And as we go to this higher end town like Newton, Massachusetts, which is also well known for school system, great school system, public transportation, closer to Boston, downtown Boston, and Newton, it's very well known for its quality of life overall. Unit sales in Newton went up by 4.5%. Medium sales price went down by 31.1%. Inventory went up by 28.6%. Days on the market went down by 45.9%. Month of supply went up by 19.1%, and medium sales price per square foot went down by 3.4%. Overall, in Newton, 83% of the properties were sold within 90 days of their listing, and only 74% of these properties were sold for over 95% of the list price. So we see little more negotiation in Newton at this time, especially on the high-end properties like over $2 million, $3 million. So if you are a buyer and you are in the luxury market, this is a great opportunity for you. We have a great inventory if you like to purchase on the luxury market. And as you can see, you also have an opportunity to negotiate the price. And Brookline, where our office is located, Brookline, Massachusetts, another great town, great school system. But unit sales went up by 50%. Look at the medium sales price in Brookline. It's 2.4 million is the medium sales price of single family homes. And actually this went down by 30.9%. Inventory is going up by 29.6%. Days on the market went down by 22.6%. And month of supply, it looks like Brookline has more inventory than other towns. So month of supply, it's 4 months of supply. So the properties are taking little longer in Brookline. So actually becoming little more buyer friendly. So if you are a buyer and you are looking to buy in Brookline right now, take a look at this report. This is a great news for you. And if you are a seller and you want to sell a property at this time in Brookline, please pay attention to the prices. Your property needs to be priced really well at this time of the year so you can get the top dollar for the property. And as we can see these two slides, only 83% of the properties were sold within 90 days. So we saw it takes a little longer, and only 50% of these properties were sold for over 95% of the list price, which this shows actually that in Brookline, the buyers have a great opportunity to do a negotiation of the price. So this is the report for this month. Hope you had a great information. If you see value in this video, you can share with someone that might value from this video. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. And if you live in a town that the town is not included in this report, please reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to do a similar report customized for your town. Again, thank you. And any real estate questions or any real estate needs that you might have, please don't hesitate to reach me at 617-943-6503. Thank you so much.